Good evening. It's Monday, June 30th, and it's the end of the month. I don't have a lot of time because it's 9:30, so here we go. First thing on the docket is the main goal, the weight loss goal. I didn't really lose a lot of weight. I think I was supposed to get down to 198, so I guess technically I lost 1 pound. So what happened? I started out strong this month. In the first couple weeks, I lost something like 3 or 4 pounds of water weight. I had almost hit the goal already just because I went back to eating at my calorie deficit. I was eating real normal food. I don't remember if I was drinking or not, but a couple weeks in, I had a work trip. I went out to Madison for part of a week and basically got to hang out with coworkers that I don't really see ever. Pretty much every lunch, every dinner, we go out to eat, we order in, we're having beers. It wasn't great for the weight loss goal, and I pretty much stopped tracking calories during that trip, and I kind of continued not tracking calories for the rest of the month. I haven't gone crazy all out. I just really haven't been sticking to the goals the last 2 weeks of the month, and pretty much gained back what I had lost in the first half. So that sucks, but that first half loss shows me I could do it. I know what I need to do to make it happen. Just got to make sure when special circumstances come up, I don't throw everything out and go back to where I started. The bummer about that is that at this point, I basically can't hit my goal if I lose at the rate that I planned on losing, 5 pounds per month. And I think I have to be okay with that. I don't want to get into dangerous territory of losing weight super fast. Some people do that. I don't think it's a good idea. The new goal is going to be to lose 30 more pounds before the end of the year for a total of 35. So yeah, I guess that's the new weight loss goal adjusted for my previous failures. Video production goal, as you can see, going well. The benefit of doing this on the last day of the month is that all I have to do tomorrow is edit. So if that goes well, I should have a video out probably late tomorrow because I still work tomorrow as well, but this should come out on the 1st again. On to the secret goals, and I'm going to continue with my strategy of starting with the least successful to the most successful goal, because I think that's more interesting for the video. So, the first secret goal that I failed is I wanted to go skate at a skate park. I've been skateboarding last couple months, just kind of around the neighborhood and in my garage and in the driveway in the park, learning some tricks as I showed in the last video, but I haven't skated at a park since I was a child. We skated at Four Seasons Skate Park from time to time. There were a couple other parks I skated at before, but never really got into park skating, and I want to do it at least on the street courses that we have on some of the parks around here. I got a helmet. I even got some pads, but I didn't make it out to the park. Part of that, as I said, is that I kind of came up with that goal mid-month, and I wasn't really planning anything around it. The other thing is that it was very hot this month. There were a couple days when I went out to skate just around the neighborhood, and my wheels were digging into the street because the street was melting. It was so hot. I didn't go out on any of the days where it was super hot because I thought that might be unpleasant. And on the days where it wasn't super hot, which there weren't very many, I just wasn't really thinking about that goal, I guess. So that might be one that we revisit in a later month, probably next month. On to the next secret goal. This one was a partial failure. My library card expired last month, or I should say it was about to expire. I went to renew my card and I walked around the library and I had a renewed interest in this cool public service we have. The frickin' library. You can just get books for free. So before I really came up with a concrete definition of the goal, I checked out a few books from the library and I decided I would just try and read through them as far as I could get with reading 3.5 hours a week, which is 30 minutes a day. I started off with that. I read this book. I'm going to do that thing that YouTubers do where they go, "Brr," and then there's a thing that pops up and "Brr," there's the book. Yeah. So I read this book. And I did that system. I read 30 minutes a day for a week and a day or something like that. It didn't take long. It was a pretty short book. Did not like that book. I didn't hate it either, but I don't think it's really my style. It's like postmodern. But I did finish the book. I used the 30-minute system. When I finished that book, I switched to This book. This is a book that I've had on my reading list for a while, and I never got around to reading it. I saw they had it at my library, so I grabbed it. This one, I did not use a 30-minute system, and as you can see, I'm only about halfway through. So, the lesson that I learned from that is that I gotta do the 30-minute system. So far, I'm liking this book a lot more though, so I'm gonna finish it. Maybe with the 30-minute system, we'll see. So the goal on that was partial success, partial failure, but it was interesting to get back into reading and just the library in general. I created a big list on my library's website of books that I want to check out. So I think I succeeded in getting that renewed interest in reading and just the library in general. The third secret goal and the last secret goal is the one that I succeeded at. I would say that I pretty much 98% succeeded at. Last year I bought this house, almost a year ago in fact, I bought this house. And included in this house is a set of fairly expansive raised beds for gardening. Last year, there were some plants already planted, and I planted a bunch of stuff too. And it was a very big, luscious garden that was ravaged by the bunnies. The fucking bunnies ate all my goddamn food. They didn't eat it all, but they went to town on the tomatoes, the squash. They pretty much killed any lettuce that was growing. As soon as anything popped up, it was nibbled down to the ground. They even took out some peppers. I don't know why. They absolutely destroyed my garden last year. So the goal this year was to build a fence. Build a fence around the entire thing so that the bunnies just can't get in. That was my goal. So I did that. I built a fence. Well, I should say I affixed a fence to the sides of the beds all the way around, and I built a kind of a rudimentary door to cover the opening. Here's what that looks like. So far, all the plants that I planted are still alive and haven't been nibbled by bunnies. So that's cool. I still need to do a little bit more planting, but for the most part, the garden's planted. I have my composter in there. I'm not going to keep out like raccoons and squirrels and stuff, obviously, but the main thing is the bunnies from what I hear. Hopefully the bunnies are too lazy to bite through that fence. That was about it for the secret goals. So quick recap, failed to lose any weight, still making the videos, that's going fine. We did not skate at a skate park. That will probably come back in a future video. I read 1.5 books, not the 2 that I planned on. And I built my goddamn fence to kill the fuck, and I built my fence to protect my garden against the bunnies. What more can you ask for? The next month is probably going to be filled with a lot of cycling, because we're getting close to the start of cross season. Maybe stay tuned for some cycling content. I don't think there's too much more to talk about other than that. Have a good one, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace out.